Let's get it. Just the Thought Podcast. We are back with another one. Guys, we are starting our mini sports series, Just Sports Talk. And guys, you already know I'm the host, Ray Swaby. Guys, we got somebody coming to the show, my co-host for this Just Sports Talk series. You already know him. I'm pretty sure you guys checked him out on Instagram and on TikTok. P, aka P Talk Sports. Go check him out on Instagram and on TikTok. Yes, sir. What's up, brother?
Man, it's good to be here, brother. A lot more sports to discuss. So much going on in the sports world again, bro. I know we came on here, talked last week. We're excited about the UFC. We'll speak about it a little bit more today. I'll give our thoughts, but hey, I'm happy to be here.
Bro, and we can start off with the UFC because you said some crazy-ish last week, and you might have to rethink what you said, bro. So if you guys do not know, last week, Ciryl Gane versus Tom Aspinall, who is the current heavyweight champion of the UFC. A stoppage. All right, and Ciryl Gane looked like he was winning. What happened during that fight, bro? And let me hear your opinion, dog.
Damn, I won't lie to you. Ciryl Gane, hey, how much do we have? About 4 minutes of that fight. Ciryl Gane was looking good, man. He was looking good. Stuffed the only takedown of that fight from Aspinall on the feet. He managed to bloody up Tom's nose. He was looking good with the jab. He was making it a fight. And then the eye pokes. Double eye poke, one eye poke. Fight ends, bro. Like, it felt so anticlimactic. Like, we looked forward to that fight for nearly, 4 or 5 months, and it ends like that. And now we got a whole situation. Heavyweight division. It's been over the last 7 years, there's been 8 title defenses in the heavyweight division. Like, this is nasty work, bro. And now we have to wait again for another title shot. Oh, my Lord. So, eye poke is the worst possible situation that could happen, man.
Bro, I was surprised, man. I was surprised that it went the way it did. I did not expect that. I didn't expect Gane to come off like that, bro. I didn't expect him to be so aggressive in the first round, like, because yes, Gane is a very energetic fighter. You know, he's quick. He's like a cat. It's weird because he's, you know, pause, big as hell, pause, pause, pause again, but he moves like a cat, and we saw a little bit of that in the first round, and I don't think Aspinall, I don't think he was gonna win. I don't think he was gonna win. I didn't see it, even if the eye poke I didn't see it. Gane was just dominating him, bro. That's what went on. Let me ask you. Go ahead.
I'm the same boat as you. The reason I say, because listen, Aspinall, I don't know if I overrated him. I'm not going to say that yet. I'll have to see the rematch. But bro, all these other heavyweights, they are flat-footed guys. They think they can go toe-to-toe. Like, think of the Sergey Pavlovich fight. Sergey tries to go toe-to-toe in the pocket, gets absolutely wiped. Anyone who's tried to stand in the pocket with Aspinall, good night. Whereas Ciryl Gane, like you just said, bro, it's movement. He's quick. He's never in one spot at a time, which meant that Tom can't sit down on his punches. He's having to chase a lot more. And I think, bro, that's the game that Ciryl succeeds at. If you want to chase Ciryl Gane down, hey, you'll get pieced up all day. And listen, we have to see the rematch, but based off what we saw at that point in time, I think Ciryl Gane was trending towards winning that fight.
Yeah. So let me ask you this: Is Tom Aspinall being protected by the UFC too much, hurting the heavyweight division? You think he's being protected?
I don't think he's being protected, because I think, if anything, it sounds like the UFC were pretty pissed, man. Because I listened to the post-fight press conference. Dana White, he sounded pretty heated. Again, I'm not going to try to say that he was calling Aspinall a quitter, but some of the way he was wording some of his sentences, he didn't sound too happy with Aspinall, whether it was the Octagon performance. I know Aspinall's been talking about how he wants to go box after his contract with the UFC runs out, only got 2 fights left. And I think Dana combined the eye poke incident, combined that boxing talk, he was not showing any sympathy at all. So I don't think they're protecting him at all. I think, if anything, they're in a mood with Aspinall. I don't think they're too much of a fan of him right now.
Yeah, bro. So obviously there's going to be a rematch, right? Do you think this rematch between Tom Aspinall and Ciryl Gane, do you think it gets the same hype as the first one because of what we saw?
I think it gets more hype. The reason I say it gets more hype, I'll give you. This is why I think it gets more hype, because now we know Ciryl Gane can compete. Because I think going into the first fight, like, remember I came on here last week and I was saying, man, bro, Tom Aspinall is gonna wipe Ciryl Gane in a round, and I'm pretty sure 95% of other MMA fans all thought the same thing. Tom Aspinall is just gonna wipe the floor with Ciryl Gane. Going into a second fight now, I know it's only 4 minutes. But we all know, like, bro, Ciryl Gane can cause this man problems. He can make Tom Aspinall look human. Now we're like, bro, we got a fight on our hands. And now you can really sell this properly and say, yo, hey, this is not just one man's going to beat the brakes of someone else. Well, pause, by the way. This is a proper
Glad you caught that, brother.
This is a proper fight that we've got. What's your thoughts on it, man?
Yo, to be honest, man, I was thinking this as you were talking. I think, me personally, I think Gane wins the second fight. I'm like confused because if Gane wins, who's gonna be his next contender? He can't fight Jones again. Well, we saw that come on, that can't happen again. So what happens to the UFC heavyweight division now if Gane becomes the champion?
If Gane wins, you'd have to do Gane against Volkov and do the trilogy, because Volkov just beat Jailton Almeida in one of the fights on that same card, and now Volkov, I think the only fight he's lost in his last 6 or 7 is against Ciryl Gane. So yeah, you make that trilogy fight. But again, is that really a big time fight? That we're all excited about? Not really, because again, Ciryl Gane, I love him a lot, but unless you're having Ciryl Gane main event in France, I don't think too many people around the world care too much for the heavyweight championship fight. Not at all.
Yeah, I don't think that. That's not an ideal fight for me. I'm not gonna watch. I mean, I'm a UFC fan. I'm gonna watch it, but I don't think that's gonna do numbers. Here's the thing, because we're in the age of making these crazy fights. How about Alex Pereira versus the winner of this fight? What do you think about that? Please, man, because, bro, the UFC is at a point in time right now. Like, I remember the UFC when you had Anderson Silva, Conor McGregor, Ronda Rousey, Brock Lesnar, Jon Jones, all these pay-per-view stars. Now look at us. Like, bro, outside of Ilia Topuria, who else can we name? Like, there's not really name. No, and like, yo, that's true, bro. It has gone down a little bit, man. But like, exactly, looking at these last cards, it's like, if you're a UFC fan, it excites you. But if you're someone that's trying to tap into UFC, it's not looking good right now. It's not. Yeah. It's not doing numbers right now. No. Yeah. And
so I like your idea with Pereira. Bring him there. Make him fight, because he actually brings. He has a name that people recognize outside of just MMA fans.
Right. All right. So before we move on, and this, again, we're in that era where we are seeing these crazy ass fights. What would you say if we saw a fight between Jon Jones and Alex Pereira?
Oh man, bro, listen. Hey, I made a prediction that Ankalaev was going to beat Pereira. I was wrong. But listen, all right, Jones against Pereira. Give me Jones, please. Give me Jones.
38 at 38?
Okay, I know I said this last time. But Pereira is 38 as well. So I'm a little bit more confident.
He is 38.
Yeah, Pereira is 38 as well. Yeah, so
I forgot about that. I forgot he's 38. And I didn't have Pereira winning that fight either. So I thought Ankalaev was gonna beat him. Just because when you're from Dagestan, man, when you hear that person is from Dagestan, they are going to be undefeated. They are not going to lose. So I was very surprised that Pereira was able to beat him in that sort of fashion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I agree.
Interesting, man. All right, man. Let's jump into these NBA topics, man. Bro. We gotta start off. We gotta start off with Wembanyama and those. We gotta start off with Wemby and the Spurs, bro. The Spurs are 5-0, dog. 5-0. Do you think? With this record, or is it too early to tell? Do you think the Spurs are playoff contenders?
Yeah, playoff contenders for sure. I think the San Antonio Spurs are for sure a playoff contender. Before the season, I had them as a borderline playoff, like playing team, like in that 7 to 10 region. But looking at the way that they've played so far, albeit small sample size, they are looking like a playoff team to me. Wemby leading the way, but I got to give some love to Stephon Castle as well. He's been playing out of his mind. But the rest of those guys too, like Harrison Barnes, we saw him win a championship with the Golden State Warriors. He's playing extremely well as well. Josh Champagne, I think that's how you say it. He's playing well. And then, of course, Dylan Harper, looking like the San Antonio Spurs might get 3 straight Rookie of the Years if he keeps playing the way that he is, man. And plus, they're doing this all still with De'Aaron Fox to come back. So this team, bro, they are firmly in the playoff race. I think they can probably get about 45 wins this year. And I think 45 wins is enough to make the playoffs. Maybe you might need the play-in, but I think they'll make the playoffs.
You know what? I like that take. I'm agree with you on that. I see them making the playoffs. I like Harper. I like Wemby. I just like that they're synced in, man. They went through 2 rough seasons. Obviously, Wemby's first 2 seasons, but I think now that we're seeing this dude touch the surface, yeah, I think they could be. I think they have a chance to miss the play-in. They have a chance. But guys, don't. I'm saying I think. I'm not saying I know, so I don't want to get backlash for that.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: if Wemby dominates this year and the Spurs still are on top, will the front office let him do what he has to do?
What do you mean? See, if
Wemby and the Spurs can continue to do what they're doing, what should the Spurs do in order to invest in Wemby long term?
Invest in him long term. To me, the San Antonio Spurs are on the right trajectory with what they have right now. Because you got the young pieces. I think you do similar to OKC. Let them grow together. And right now, as we've seen, this is, again, only been 5 games with Dylan Harper added on. They seem like they gel together. Now, you've also got another guy in there, because people keep on talking about, they don't have a wing defender or wing guy. They have Carter Bryant, who they drafted in this year's draft as well. Like, he's that wing that, again, to me, Carter Bryant is a lot further back than Dylan Harper and all these other guys. He's got the most development to do. However, if he can get to the level that a few people think he can get to, an Elite 3 and D level guy, now we're in serious business. And to be fair, I don't want to be that guy to De'Aaron Fox, but the way that this team is playing and the amount of money that De'Aaron Fox is getting paid, there could come a point in time that the investment being made is, sorry, De'Aaron, we believe in Stephon Castle and Dylan Harper. Let's go get ourselves some guys who can help us in other departments. But again, I don't believe we're at that stage because, again, we have not seen De'Aaron Fox play this season. But down the line, if anyone does get moved to invest into Wemby and get him even more help, like that fits his style a lot better, I think De'Aaron Fox would be the guy to go.
Yeah, I think if, because the Spurs, they're playing good without him. They're 5-0 without him. I think if this keeps going, I think he's tradable. He's tradable. And Luka was tradable, right? I think anything is on the table now. But yeah, man, I like this team, bro. So let me ask you this. In this era of big men, is Wemby redefining it?
Yeah, 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. Because, again, Embiid and Jokic, they were something else. Like Jokic, we've never seen a big man passer like the way that he is. A guy, again, as well as a scorer too, can score on the inside, can score outside. However, Embiid and Jokic did not handle the ball like guards the way that Wemby does. Because Wemby, Chet, they are all of this new breed of big men where you got 7-footers plus, who are KD mold guys. And it is just getting insane. And you look at some of these guys coming out of France, like Alex Sarr from the Washington Wizards. I'm not trying to say he's Wemby, but he is along that mold as well. And you look at some of these other guys coming out of Europe now as well, like high school, college, they are same mold too. These 7-footers who can put the ball in the floor.
Dog. Some aliens, bro. They're aliens, dog.
I'm looking at the NBA in about 10 years' time and saying, bro, like, there might be some, it might just be 7-footers plus. Just wings and point guards and everyone is all 7-footers, you know? Again, it's not going to be the case, but there's just so many of them spawning out of, nowhere. And again, Wemby, I think, is going to be the pioneer for the way that a lot of them play. You know, I think coaches developing these players are going to be saying, actually, don't just be in the paint, like a Shaq or something like that. No, go out there, dribble the ball, be a KD. That's what I want you to work on too.
Yeah, all right, so before we move off this topic, is Wemby the type of player that can either go back-to-back MVPs or even a three-peat MVP? Is he that type of caliber player?
100%. 100%. He could go back-to-back MVPs. The only thing that would stop Wemby is not his talent or his ability. It's just the plethora of talent that exists in the NBA right now. That's the only thing that could possibly stop him from going three-peat MVP. But at age 21, let's say, again, hypothetically, let's say he gets one this year. If he gets one this year, okay, yeah, we're in trouble.
Yeah, we're in trouble. Wemby era. Yeah. I think once he starts getting MVPs, like Jokic, I think he'll go back to back. I don't think nobody's gonna take an MVP from him. That I don't think so. All right, so let's talk about them Lakers, dog. Austin Reaves been putting on a show, bro. So what does this mean? Right? What does this mean to Austin Reaves? Are we seeing a star being born, or do we see a third potential star in the Lakers?
Hey, I thought Austin Reaves was born 2 years ago, and I think ever since 2023, he's just been on the rise, taking bigger and bigger steps in his game. And now I'm looking at it to say this is the perfect situation for the Lakers in the sense of when you look at LeBron James at age 40, about to be 41 years old, this is the perfect scenario where you've got two guys who you can literally let them lead the offense, trust them wholeheartedly. LeBron can chill out because if I'm the Lakers, I don't need LeBron James to be LeBron James in October. I don't care about LeBron being good in October. I care about LeBron being good, healthy, and all systems rolling come April, May, and potentially June. Right. And with Reaves and Luka, the way that they're playing, yes, LeBron is in a great spot. Probably the best spot of his, career, almost, you could say, where, again, there's two guys who can literally lead the offense. And for the Lakers, also what it means is open up the bank because Austin Reaves is going to be getting a ton of money because he could be an unrestricted free agent come next summer. So he is going to get paid by someone for sure.
I'm glad you brought that up. Because I have to ask you now. Do you think Austin Reaves, with his caliber and his talent, right? Do you think Austin Reaves is able to be a star on another team? Let's say like a Chicago Bulls or the Kings. Do you think Austin Reaves can lead a small market team?
I think when I look at a guy like Josh Giddey, for example, I think Austin Reaves could be that on a team like that, a smaller market team. I think he could be putting up numbers similar to what Josh Giddey's doing on the Chicago Bulls right now, for sure. But I think if I'm Austin Reaves and I'm looking at the money that I'm going to get, I would rather get that money on a team that's with Luka and going to be going to the playoffs and competing for championships every year than do that, let's say, on a team like the Brooklyn Nets, where I have to be, rebuild this franchise from the ground up. I'd rather do that with the Lakers than do that with the Nets.
Yeah, I agree with you. And do you think Austin Reaves and Luka can carry. So let's say I don't want to put this on LeBron, and I hope he comes back, healthy and ready to go. But let's say he doesn't, right? Let's say, he takes more time off. Do you think Luka and Austin Reaves can carry the Lakers this season and potentially get out of the play-in?
Listen, Luka and Austin Reaves can take this Lakers team potentially to the conference finals. Because you look at Luka, where he's had his most success has been on a team where there's another elite level scoring guard that can also be a playmaker. 2022 with the Dallas Mavericks, they go to the conference finals. Who's the running mate? Jalen Brunson. 2024, they go to the NBA finals. Who's the running mate? Kyrie Irving. Now again, I'm not trying to say that Austin Reaves is Jalen Brunson or Kyrie Irving. However, he can play to a 22 and 6 or 7 sort of level guy. And I think next to Luka, that's what Luka needs, because Luka just needs those opportunities to sometimes play off the ball, relax a little bit, but still trust that the offense will be rolling. Austin Reaves fits that mold perfectly. Now, defensively is where you may run into some problems, but offensively, no concerns at all. They are perfect together offensively. Defensively, you just need a bunch of, dogs around them, which, based off what we've seen so far, Jared Vanderbilt, Marcus Smart, all these dudes play really good defense and help this team out. I think they've been quite good. So, hey, I think they can go to the conference finals for sure.
That is a confident ass statement. That is a confident. But you know what? You know what? I at least see them in the first round. I'm just worried about Austin Reeves' consistency. That's the only thing I'm worried about. And I think if he can stay consistent, they can go to the second round. It's all about consistency with the Lakers. Let me ask you this. So what we've seen in these Oh, okay, we're good. Don't worry. We're gonna edit it anyway. So from what we've seen from the Lakers, do you think Austin Reeves, emerging as he is right now, do you think he is a potential all-star this year?
I would love to say yes, but look at the Western Conference guards, man. Stephen Curry, Anthony Edwards, Shea. We're running out of space quickly, man. I mean, I don't want to say no, but I'm thinking even of Ja. Listen, I love Austin Reeves. He's playing great. I'm going to say no. Purely because if he was in the East, I would actually say yes. I would actually say yes with a lot of confidence. But in the West, it's too stacked. It's way too stacked. So I'm going to say
He's
no.
averaging 26 a game. 26 a game, dog.
But look at it. Do I see him making it over any of those 4 names that I just mentioned? Not at all. I don't see it. And potentially, I didn't even say James. James Harden could make it in over him as well. Like, there's so many good guards in that Western Conference. And this is what I struggle to see. I don't see a world where LeBron James does not make an all-star game. So I doubt that the Lakers, unless they are 10 games ahead of the number 2 seed, there's no way they could get 3 all-stars. Because Luka is going to make it for sure. LeBron has to make it. So
for sure.
Third all-star, that's a hard sell unless you're so far ahead of, second place and everyone else.
But I don't know, man. Austin Reeves is getting that hype. But I see what you're saying. You have to be at least either first, second, or third seed in order to have 3 stars. I agree with that. That is true. Yeah. All right. So more on LeBron, man. So would the Lakers be better off if LeBron voluntarily reduced his minutes when he gets back to let the younger guys lead?
Ooh, I think LeBron's minutes are naturally the Lakers. I think for me, I think I said it before as well. You don't want LeBron James to be LeBron James now. I think from this point forth, at age 40, about to be age 41, the Lakers, you want LeBron James to be LeBron James come playoff time. That's when you need him. Because right now, especially if you've got a 26-year-old and a 25-year-old playing the way that they are, offensively, amazing players, I could care less if LeBron goes out there and averages 15 points if I'm the Lakers. I want LeBron to be 100% healthy, ready to go in April for the playoffs. So I think LeBron, when he comes back, I really do believe he's probably going to be at about 32 minutes a game. I really do believe it because, yeah, let him be shorter minutes and let him be, again, healthy, ready to go, especially come off an injury, come playoff time. That's what you want him to be ready for. What's your thoughts?
I think, man, it's weird. I don't want LeBron. I don't think anybody wants LeBron averaging 15 points. That's first and foremost.
Yeah.
LeBron's averaging 15 points. It's a wrap. This is over. I think it's best to limit his minutes, right? Because this injury, it's kind of weird to see him stay out so long. We haven't seen this. We've seen the groin injury a couple years ago, right? But he was back on the court not too long after that. I think the Lakers should reduce his minutes to at least 27, 28 minutes a game. I know that sounds wild for somebody like LeBron, but you're about to be 41 years old, dude. You're not in your 30s anymore. We thought you were going to leave 3 years ago. Like, I just think it's better for the Lakers, and if LeBron wants to continue going, because we heard that speech thinking that he was going to retire, having my blood pressure run up. I personally think, bro, at this point, you're about to be 41. You're a player coach. Let's do 27, 28 minutes a game. Because we're seeing Austin Reaves and Luka's emerged already. We got more confidence. We're trying to see what DeAndre Ayton can do. I think it's best for the Lakers to reduce his minutes. And I think it would be better for LeBron longevity if he wants to stay in the league for one more years or wait till Bryce gets in the league. I think it's best to reduce those minutes, bro. For sure. 100%.
Let him chill out, bro. He's done so much already. Let the old man chill, bro. That's the real unk right there. Let him chill out.
That is the real unk. Yes, that is. Bro, yeah. I know I asked you this before, man, but it's year 23.
Uh-huh.
We don't know what the Lakers are gonna do. We don't know if he's waiting for Bryce, his second son. Mm-hmm. Is this the year LeBron retires?
Man, it just feels like all signs are pointing to it because again, age 41 nearly, year 23. You've got this sciatica. How do you say it? I think a sciatica injury that's taken longer than expected. What's the again? Well, I don't see if the Lakers, let's say for example, you don't do it this year for LeBron, this team is going to have to pay Reaves. They're going to have to pay Rui, right? Where's that money going to come from? We can't pay LeBron $50 million a year again. That's not going to work and still maintain signing those guys. And I feel like the Lakers, the timeline is built around Luka now. And I think for LeBron, if he doesn't retire, this is, I think for me, probably the last year in LA, unless he wants to take a pay cut. But again, I think it could be it, man. I really do just feel like it could be the tapping out. I think this could be let me not say tapping out. That sounds negative. I think this could be the retirement year.
Yeah, I think, bro, if not, if he doesn't retire, where can you see LeBron end up? I know this is like these if questions, but we're diehard NBA fans, bro. We love ball. Where can you see him playing if LeBron decides to continue to play in the NBA?
I'll say Cleveland, bro. I would have to say Cleveland. Hey, finish it where it all began. Go back to Cleveland, and let's say the Cleveland Cavaliers, because you still have Evan Mobley, potentially Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland. That's still a pretty good team. Maybe you close out the career there, but yeah, it almost feels like the way that the career's gone. Is there anything left to prove back in Cleveland? So maybe it is, retire under the big bright lights of LA. That probably is the way to go. So if he said right now, hey, this is the last season, great. If it's not, Cleveland it is, I think.
Yeah, I think it's Cleveland. I think it makes sense. And his farewell tour can be a championship run. Cleveland is a great team. They just added Lonzo Ball. LeBron and Lonzo have good chemistry together. I think it makes sense. But these are if questions, guys. You got to ask this. This dude has been in the league for 23 years. You got to ask things like these, bro. You got to. So let me ask you this. Bro. So now let's go off topic. Actually, I wanted to ask you before we go off topic a little bit.
Uh-huh.
It's been 2 weeks, right?
Uh-huh.
We got to make our early predictions. Give me your MVP candidates right now.
Top 5 MVP candidates? Yeah, give
Top
me
5, let's go.
Luka, Wemby, Giannis, Stephen Curry. There's one more person I'm forgetting in there. SGA. Yeah.
And is that the order? Or is that just the 5 we're throwing out?
In order, I'll go Wemby, SGA, Luka, Giannis, Stephen Curry. In order, yeah. From 1 to 5.
Like
that was 1 to 5, by the way. 1 to 5. 1 to 5, yeah.
1 to 5. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I like that.
Yeah.
All right. So, I wanted to cover this a little bit. It's kind of a wild topic to talk about, bro. The what's going on with Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier, the betting situation. And bro, I wanted your opinion on it. We talked a little bit about it before. So let me ask you this, bro. If Terry Rozier gets hit with this case, is he going to do potential jail time, or do you think the NBA is just going to come down hard on him, pause, and just expel him from the league?
I think it is the Jonte Porter situation, because I think Jonte Porter, I believe it could be 2 years or even slightly longer. Yeah, from what I'm reading and seeing, it seems as though this is a jail time situation. This is not just like NBA can ban you for life. That will happen as well, but it seems as though this could be a jail time situation, which it seems so unfortunate for a guy that made millions to end up in this position right here, where this could have been easily avoided. But yeah, I think this would be turning into jail time more than just a, slap on the wrist. Not even slap on the wrist, turning into a lifetime ban. There'd be more than that.
Yeah, I think this is potential jail time, bro. This is potential jail time. I don't know I think Glenn Big Baby Davis is doing his time right now for kind of the same thing.
Man, these fellas, bro, like, come on now. Bro, come on. NBA players, bro.
Bro, but like, Terry Rozier is not a scrub. He's a good role player. I don't know why you would even dabble in something like this, man. You're going to get in trouble, man. And like, I'm not usually a conservative about anything, but being a fan of the NBA, being a fan of sports like yourself, I think there should be a big penalty involved. I think maybe he should get a little jail time because, bro, you're playing with their money. You're playing with first of all, you're also affecting your team. You're affecting your team. And it's like, dude, do you really want to play? Like, do you really want to accomplish your dream, or are you just doing it because? Like, I think it's so selfish, bro. And I'm not a conservative about anything, but in this topic, I think there should be I think he should get some time, bro.
It's fair, man, because I completely understand where you're coming from. Because again, it's your team. Like, your team is trying to win. I've seen a couple of clips of when people think it's happening, and you're sort of saying to yourself, this is a team that's trying to compete to make the play and make the playoffs. And then Jimmy Butler left the team because he said, nah, man, these dudes, this team is not working. So you could be contributing to a reason why this dude has left the team. You're affecting so many things bigger than just yourself. And it feels like it's a very selfish decision because, again, the money that you're making for the people by doing what you're doing, hey, like, easily, hey, just, bro, you're a millionaire. If it's really that bad for someone, I'm sure you could put $20,000 aside, some sort of money aside for the person. Not to resort to this case here where, again, now you're looking at, you worked your entire life to get to this moment in time. You have the work ethic that's insane. Like, it takes the 1%. The 1% make the NBA. You got here. You got to the NBA. You are part of the 1%. And now you have potentially thrown it all away to make people money. Like, I truly just don't understand why you would blow this opportunity. And now, long term, going in future, when people talk about things like that, the NBA wipes you away. They blackball you for sure. Like they don't mention you at all because again, even if there's something about Terry Rozier, no, we won't acknowledge that, and it's all because of a situation that could have easily been avoided.
Easily been avoided, man. I like how you touched on that, bro. Like, I personally think it's over for Terry Rozier. It's over. And it's unfortunate. Like I said, man. You know, you're a decent role player. You did an excellent job on the Hornets. You looked like he was making some noise on the Heat. But it's unfortunate, man. And in Chauncey Billups' case, bro, a Finals MVP, a coach, a NBA champion. Do you think this hurts his legacy?
Man, it could for sure. Because again, like I know this stuff has happened now, separate to when the NBA career happened, but still, like you have got this great reputation from what obviously we've heard, we've seen of Chauncey Billups. We've like this was the biggest thing that surprised me. Like Chauncey Billups, when I first saw that, I just no, that seemed like was so false to me. But obviously now, as more stuff is coming out, you know, potentially, allegedly, could be true, whatever the case may be. But you are in a position where, for the last 2 years, you have been grinding with this Portland Trailblazers team, taking them to a position where they are now, poised to, you know, finally strike hot potentially and make the playoffs. Now you're away from the team. They're still playing well. This could have been you getting all the recognition of doing what you did with this team. And now, again, you're gone for the rest of the season. People might never actually even know that you were the reason why this team got to this place. Again, all because of situations that could have been so easily avoided. And I think that's really going to affect the way that he's remembered, yeah, for sure, post-career. Because I think it just puts a smear on your name where people just, I think, they won't say it to you, but people, I think of you a certain way where there's not as much of a respect anymore.
Right, right. Yeah. It's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate. And you know what? You got to pay the price. That's what it is. That's what it is. All right, man. Let's jump on to the NFL, dog. Bro, I am this season, bro, and I've been a fan of the NFL for a while. It's kind of whack. You know what? Because of the MVP race and like, I'm not really like we talked off air. I'm not really seeing that many. I'm not really seeing that many players that I can't even give you a top 5 MVP right now. I can't
no one's standing up. That's the problem.
There's no one standing, and it's like
you know,
right. So let me ask you this: who is your potential MVP for this season?
Man, right now I would have to say Mahomes. But we're about to touch on it very soon. Hey, there's a big game about to happen, which I think can have big, huge ramifications about that MVP race because primetime game, hey, Mahomes performs well, he could come out of that and he could be like the standalone MVP favorite. But Josh Allen, if he comes out of that game, he could be the one who's starting to hold that trophy and could be back-to-back MVP.
Yeah, I like Josh Allen's case more than Pat Mahomes. I like Josh Allen's case. But you know what, man? I wanted to ask you before we go on that topic with the Bills and the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the NFL? Do you think they pay more attention to quarterbacks when it comes to MVPs?
1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. Like, let's think about this. Saquon Barkley, think of the season that he had last season. Unbelievable. And it was just all Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. You know, I think I'm just going to say this could be wrong, but the last MVP I remember that was running back was Adrian Peterson, maybe all the way back in 2012.
Yeah.
I think ever since then, though, it's just been QB. I'm thinking of the season. Christian McCaffrey 2 years ago, unbelievable season, and still Lamar Jackson gets it. Like there's been so many seasons outside of quarterbacks where guys have had good seasons, but again, it's the most important position. I understand, so QB will always get the most recognition. That's fine, but Yeah, man, like Jonathan Taylor, for example, the Colts. He has been playing out of his mind. It feels like every game he's got a hat trick of touchdowns. Yet there is no talk at all about him being, MVP. It's we'll give you Offensive Player of the Year. So, unfortunately, that's how we have to judge it as well. It's more than likely going to be a QB that gets it as well. Even though I think Jonathan Taylor should be in those conversations a little bit as well.
Yeah, quick message to the NFL. Stop favoring QBs, man. Come on, man. Make it more realistic. All right, because we know every year it's gonna be a QB. All right. This is the potential game right here. This is the potential game. Bro. So do you think this is the Bills' last window to make a Super Bowl appearance? You think this is their last chance?
I don't think it's their last. I think they've still got time. As long as Josh Allen's the QB, they got time. However, with the head coach, Sean McDermott, this is it for him. If they don't make it this year, hey, I'm sorry. Someone's got to go. And Josh Allen's not going. He's the QB, franchise QB. He ain't going nowhere. So it's going to be Sean McDermott who goes. But this is, again, to me, they've played each other 8 times in the Mahomes-Allen era. Mahomes, I think, is up 5-3. The problem is, all of Josh Allen's wins have happened in the regular season. He's lost every single time in the postseason. And it's like, man, they just can't do it. They can't do it. At some point in time, you have to make it or you have to make a change. And if they don't win it, if they don't beat them this year, let's say even, for example, they beat them in this primetime game. I don't think any of us as NFL fans will care because the first thing people will say is, do it in the playoffs. And if they don't do it in the playoffs, Sean McDermott is probably going to get fired, I think for sure. But in terms of long term, can they win a championship? Yes. As long as Josh Allen's the QB, they got a chance.
To be honest, bro, and I'm not saying this because I'm a Giants fan.
Yeah.
Bro, there's one thing that is missing from the Bills, man, because they're a great team. Obviously, we see the impact that Buffalo makes every year. But what do you think is stopping them from reaching the Super Bowl, bro? Because, like, as an NFL fan, you see, like, you always see them beating teams, right? But when it comes playoff time, they are quiet, bro. And it's like they have all the tools on their team, bro. But why do they keep coming up short?
Man, I think you need that dog receiver. Like, listen, Mahomes, when times are tough, hey, we are 4th and 1 or 4th and 2 or 3rd down and we need this. Travis Kelce's there. That's my go-to blanket or my go-to guy. They've now got Rashid Rice. They've got Xavier Worthy. Josh Allen. Listen, with all due respect to Keon Coleman, he's a good player, but not a dog not that, Khalil Shakir. They need that guy who, big time moments, big time pressure situation. I know you are my safety blanket. We need this play. Let's execute that. And again, I know Josh Allen sometimes he's had missed throws, whatever the case may be, interceptions sometimes. But in the playoffs, he's been pretty good. But you just need, I think, that dog who, on big time plays, can be the one who helps you execute those. And they're losing by 1% in all these games that they've lost to the Chiefs. There's not been, I think, all but one game. Every other game has been just 1%, one possession. And if they have that dog, I think that dog receiver takes them over the edge.
We'll see, man. We'll see, because we've been saying that for a while. So, in this game between the Bills and the Chiefs, who do you have winning?
Give me the Bills, bro. They beat the Chiefs every regular season.
You know what? I'm gonna agree with you on that one. Give me the Bills too, man. Like I said, during the regular season, the Bills are a force to be reckoned with, bro. They're just synced in. They're locked in during the season. It's the playoffs I'm a little worried about. But yeah, I have them beating KC. And on paper, man, the Josh Allen team, they look better right now. They look better. They look more locked in. I like the way Josh Allen is throwing the ball. He's more accurate than he is before. And this can arguably be his best season. I know last year, MVP, but I think this is arguably his best season. And I think they got to do it right now. They have to do it right now because If I'm a Bills fan, I'm not waiting. I'm not waiting 10 more years for just us to be good until playoff time. I'm not waiting for it. And they got to get it done now, bro. There's no excuse, bro. There's no excuse. So let me ask you this. We'll end with this. Where out of the comparison between Mahomes and Josh Allen? All right, obviously Mahomes has got the rings, right?
Mm-hmm.
But let's take away the rings.
Mm-hmm.
Who is a better quarterback?
I'm going with Mahomes. Give me Mahomes as a better quarterback because I feel like Allen. I know the run threat, the dual threat ability. People will look at that and say, "Oh, okay, yeah, give me." But Mahomes, to me, percentage wise, I know may not be as accurate, but I think in the bigger moments that I've seen with Mahomes, every single time it feels like he will always deliver for me, for sure. Whether, again, it's through the air, on the ground, he will always deliver. Josh Allen has done it in spurts, but I don't know if he can do it as consistently. So, again, Mahomes, this may be a bit biased because he's had more opportunities in bigger moments, but I can never go against someone who is so clutch like Mahomes. Give me Mahomes every day of the week. He's best QB in the league. Even if he's not playing like the best QB in the league at any point in time, if someone said to me, one game, your life is on the line, and again, I'm going to say all time, when I say this, all time QBs that I've watched, my life is on the line, one QB to save your life, 4th and 1, give me Mahomes.
You know what? Now I got to ask you. Now I got to ask you this question. I was thinking about it when you were talking about it. And I know it's going to piss some people off, but I don't care. All right. It's another if question. Let's say Mahomes, right? Let's say he continues to do what he's doing. 10 more years down the line, right? Accurate, wins a couple more Super Bowls. Is Mahomes in that conversation as the greatest quarterback of all time? I know we have Tom Brady. Can Mahomes make a case?
I'll tell you right now, Mahomes, no matter what he does, will never be the GOAT over Tom Brady. I'll tell you exactly why. Because, think about this. If Mahomes was to win 7 rings like Tom Brady, right? And let's say he's 7-2 in Super Bowls. Let's say he got to that. Or even 7-3, like exactly like Tom Brady. What is the first thing that Brady fans would say to you? The first thing. He lost to Brady twice in the playoffs. He lost the Super Bowl to Brady. That's the first thing that they would say. So I think that literally, I think Stephen A. Smith might have said this a couple of years ago. That almost just eviscerates. It makes it so difficult for him to be the GOAT because people can literally say straight off the bat, you are 0-2 against this guy in the playoffs. Sorry, So, unless he wins 8 rings, Brady's still going to be he's going to be the GOAT.
Yeah, I'm glad you answered that, bro. I know there's rage bait guys, clickbait guys that are just looking, right? I don't see, even in a perfect world, I don't see Mahomes getting past Tom Brady. What Tom Brady did to end his career was legendary. Not that many people do that. It's like a 0.1% chance of winning a Super Bowl. I like Mahomes' game. I think Mahomes would be top 3. Right?
Yeah,
and
I agree.
That's great, but he's not passing Tom Brady. And I hate the Patriots. I hate people from Boston, period. If you're from Boston, I hate you. I don't know why, I just don't like you. I don't like you. But it's you can't do that. And I know that I had to ask that question, bro, because I've seen somewhere people asking this question, and it's like, bro, first of all, let this man get 10 years in the league before we even talk about it, right?
Yeah.
But nobody's beating Tom Brady, dog. Nobody's beating Tom Brady.
Yeah, it's too tough, man. That legacy's insane, bro.
That legacy's cold.
Listen, and the 28-3 does it sells it for me, man. 28-3, and then was it beating the Belichick allegations because it was who's more contributing to the Super Bowls, Brady or Belichick, and he goes to the Buccaneers and wins with that team. Yeah, that ended.
And the Patriots become worst. Yeah, that was BS. Yeah. Yeah.
So, give me Brady.
Yeah, give me Brady too. All right, man. Yo, Just the Thought Podcast, aka Just Sports Talk with my homie P Talk Sports. Guys, go check him out on Instagram and on TikTok. Yo, he does mad lives, all right? You guys got to go check him out on his lives, debating dope-ass topics every day or on the weekends as well. Got to go check out his live, man. Hey, we wish y'all nothing but the best. Have a good weekend. We are out, y'all. Just the Thought Podcast.
Let's
yes,
go.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.